Hi guys, Happy New Year. I'm Megan Brightwood and welcome back to my channel. So it has been forever since I have posted on here. I honestly didn't really think that I would be back, but I started my blog up again last month and that has been going really well, so I can link that below if you want to check it out. And in doing so, I realized that I really missed filming videos on YouTube. So I decided it was time to come back. So yeah, with that, I do want to make a couple changes to this channel, and I don't know that it's going to be that weird because this channel never really had a specific theme, I guess. I like beauty, I like fashion, I like knitting, and that's kind of still where I'm going to be going with all of this. But I did kind of come across a central theme that I want to stick with, and that's the idea of just being cozy and comfortable. And being in northern Minnesota in the winter is like the best time for me to kind of think that way. I love it, and it's always kind of been at the forefront of my mind. Like our house, I want it to be just this cozy, comfortable place that people can kind of hang out in, and yeah, that's always been the goal. So why not just bring that to the internet? So if that's something that kind of interests you, then certainly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because that's what we're going to be talking about. There will be kind of a miscellaneous grouping of things. I still love beauty, I still love fashion, knitting is still on the table. However, with knitting, I did want to mention, I don't think that I'll be putting up any new how to knit videos because that is just not where my life is right now. I have an almost 3-year-old daughter, Evelyn, and she will not leave things alone. So setting up the camera and trying to film any sort of how to knit video is just not going to work. It's going to get messed up and the angles are going to be all off, and it won't happen. So at least for right now, if I film a how to knit video, they will be few and far between. But I do plan on starting up knit grade unboxings again. I had a comment over on my Instagram recently that people have missed those. So yes, those will be coming back. I haven't been able to finish all the projects in time. So yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to finish December's projects in time for January's knit crate, but we'll see. You never know. I can at least show you progress, I suppose. And yeah, so that's where we're heading. I think it's a good thought. We'll see how things go, and certainly if you guys have any comments or questions, suggestions, anything like that, you can certainly leave them in the comment section. And I think that that's about it for where I have this channel heading. So having said all of that, I did also want to give you a quick life update because it has been such a long time. I know that I was pregnant in my last video, and that has not been the case for 4 months, over 4 months now. I gave birth to a little boy in August. His name is Charles Joseph, and he is amazing. I love him so much. I was so worried before he was born that I wasn't going to be able to love him as much as Evie, and that has not been a problem. And I knew that it was, like, in my head, I knew that that was not going to be a problem, because when I got married, I thought, oh, I'm never going to be able to love someone as much as I love Joe. And I thought that all the way through my first pregnancy, that I don't know if I can love someone like this. And yeah, you do. So I don't know why I was so worried about it. He's been an amazing addition. Evelyn is an amazing big sister. She loves him so much. However, he's not started moving entirely yet. He's started rolling from front to back and back to front. And he's been doing that for a little while. So now he's starting to learn how to scoot backward, but he's not getting into her toys or anything. And if he has a toy that she wants, she can take it from him. Not for very long, because mom and dad will get involved, but she tries. So she's kind of got the upper hand right now. We'll see how things go as he gets more mobile. But yeah, right now she loves him. He's amazing. And she is fairly certain that she just wants Charlie. She doesn't want any more babies. She doesn't want any more brothers, sisters, or anything like that. We'll also see on that. But but yeah, she's handled it very, very well. What else do I have to, oh, with Charlie. So I tried to film a birth story on how he came into the world, and I couldn't do it. So there was a lot that went into his birth, and I tried to write some of it down in a blog post, and I can leave the post linked below. There was a lot that I left out because there were some complications after he was born that I don't think I really went into a whole lot of detail on, but it was a little bit scarier for me. I was almost transferred to a different hospital, but thankfully everything was fine. So both of us are happy, we're healthy. It all turned out great. So just to kind of touch on it a little bit for those of you that have not read that post yet or just don't know, I was induced with him at 40 weeks, 5 days, which is exactly the same as when I went in to have Evelyn. I was 40 weeks, 5 days, and I was induced. So I was a little bit bummed out at first because I wanted to go into labor naturally. And yeah, thankfully I should be in the hospital when I give birth. Like, I'm just gonna go into it. Okay, so yeah, I was induced, and about 23 minutes after my water broke, Charlie was born. Like, it took 23 minutes from water breaking to him here. I did not think that that was possible, basically. And we live about 15 minutes out of town. So had I gone into labor by myself, we wouldn't have made it. There's just no way that I would have been able to get our stuff in the car on the way to the hospital and then, you know, give birth. Plus, at that point, let's see, he was born on a Friday. He was born on Friday, and it was 1:23. So I would have been by myself at 1 o'clock had we not been induced, like had we not been scheduled to be induced. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I would have been giving birth at home by myself with my 3-year-old or 2.5-year-old at that point. So that was a little bit scary that could have happened. And I do have a friend that did deliver on the side of the road. So it was definitely something that I wanted to avoid. And now I have been told by my midwife that if we want to have any more kids, I'm going to have to be induced at 39 weeks again. So yeah, that's the, I feel uncomfortable even talking about it, but yeah, so that's kind of part of it. And then after that, so the past 4 months after he's been born, I've had a little bit of the baby blues, and I think it's not necessarily that I'm not happy that I'm a mom again, or a mom to 2. That's not it. It's more just thinking about all of the things that could have happened and trying to figure out, okay, do we want another kid? And that thought is really ridiculous to me, and I don't know why it keeps popping into my head, because it does not matter right now. Charlie is 4 months old. I don't want to get pregnant right now. And if we have another kid, I want the spacing to be very similar to Charlie and Evie. So they're 2.5 years apart. I don't want another baby until about then, if I want another baby. So I don't need to think about this right now, and I don't know. It's part of it. So yeah, that's where I've been. But I'm starting to get back out of that space. I've been trying to kind of take care of myself a little bit more, which has been a huge help. Kind of dressing up a little bit more, and yeah, just taking care of myself, because that, I don't know, I got into a funk where I didn't even care necessarily how I looked. I wanted to be presentable if I was gonna go out, but I didn't necessarily care about all of the makeup and getting dressed and jewelry and, you know, that whole thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, I'm back. So do I have anything else to tell you? Evie's birthday is in less than a month. I think I already mentioned that, but it still just blows my mind that she's almost 3 years old. She has decided on what she would like her birthday party to be themed, and it would be fairies. She really, really likes Tinkerbell and the Fairies right now, but I think she's just kind of into fairies in general. She likes, I don't know, she just likes to think about fairies, I guess. So yeah, I'm thinking that we're gonna have to do something like that for her birthday. And we've started talking about who she wants to invite for her friends. And most of them are boys, which is kind of scaring me a little bit. Like, is my 3-year-old already into boys? Not sure. She has also mentioned a couple little girls, Eleanor and Everly, which does not surprise me. The 3 E's from our MOPS group. She just, I don't know. They like each other a lot. So, yeah. Let's see. What else do I have to say? I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call this video good, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. I have missed talking to you guys so much that it's hard to just stop and end a video. But anyway, I do have to get going. So I will see you in my next one. Bye.